to share with y'all is a quick reminder that this is not my information. This is information from a training that I went to at Summit. And so as I'm sharing this with you, and you're going to be like, what? Aubrey doesn't do that. So why is it? It's because this is information that I got at Summit. I'm working to implement all of this myself too. But it all hasn't happened yet. It was just last month. But I'm sharing with you the information so we can all start implementing together. So this training was on amazing customer experiences that lead to star diamond success. Because the whole idea behind this training is that our best coaches start out as customers. So the road to success timeline. And actually what I think is really cool about that is I just look at all of you real quick. Eileen, Brian, Tina, Rachel, I think Eric too. Like maybe not Eric, but started out as customers, right? And so all people on this call, so that should resonate. Okay, so the road to success timeline starts out as customer, as we just talked about, starting out as customer. So you want to make contact with your customers, and when it says make contact with your customers, even your customers assigned to you by Beachbody. So for those of you who are on this call who are not Emeralds yet, and I stress the word yet because you're on this call, you will be, Beachbody gives us customers. So say, for example, when someone calls and buys P90X off the infomercial, or the 21-day fix, or PIO, or whatever, they get assigned a coach. So every week, I have somewhere in my back office, I have a new customer. I didn't make any money off of that person, but they were assigned to me. So it's up to me to build that relationship. You also get customers when you hit Success Club after you turn Emerald. So that's those actually you make money off of right away. That's a different story. That's a different training. Just start with hello with your customers. I think we try to make it too complicated when we reach out to those new customers that we've been assigned. I think I shared with you all one day on a training that when I get them, I don't really even send them emails. I just send them a text that say my lead was Eileen. And so my text to them would say, is this Eileen? And they would reply back saying, yes, who's this? And I reply back, hi, my name's Aubrey. I've been assigned as your Beachbody coach. Was wondering, have you got PIO in the mail yet? Have you received it? They're really happy to get that message that I'm following up with them. Okay, and that just starts the conversation. So just start with hello. Keep talking and keep inviting them to participate in your groups for free. I go, what? For free? Yes, for free, because they've already ordered something. They've already ordered PIO, or they've already ordered P90X, or maybe they've already ordered Shakeology. So you probably have some sort of training or some sort of accountability group, some sort of challenge group going on right now that you could put them in. Because the whole idea is to build relationships with them and get them hooked on working with you. Now, if you're like, well, what, Aubrey, I'm not an Emerald yet, I'm not getting leads, what do I do with that? Have you noticed all of my posts, usually once a month, about offering a free 5-day clean eating challenge? Friends, this is what fills my challenge groups every month, because I give it away for free. I use the meal plan from either T25 or TurboFire, so it's not even like I'm making it up. And to make it super easy for you all, I have saved all of those documents and put them in files in our Team Butterfly Effect page on Facebook. So you don't even have to do the legwork. You just have to promote it on Facebook, get people in the group, and Hootsuite out those posts and check in every day with them, and that's it. Okay, so figure out something you can offer for free. Customer follow-up tracker, there's ones that you can download in your back office. You can find that in the news and trainings, and I believe you can get that. It's in the resources in the Coach Training Academy. I have my own system. I've used the spreadsheet. Actually, Jacob is working on creating me a whole database right now to follow up with people. which I'll be able to share with you that system at a later date. But make sure you're tracking your people. Know your customer stories. Like, don't just, I mean, when you touch base with them, really find out and get to know them, because that's what's going to build the relationship. Tips for the next 30 days. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Get to know your people. When you invite them and you talk to them, get to know them, whether they're someone that was assigned to you or just someone that you feel attracted to, and I don't mean physically, someone whose energy you're just attracted to, that you'd really love to have them on your team or you'd love to help them. Just start getting to know them. Track them, so meaning, how often do you talk to them? What do you talk to them about? Write it down so you don't expect yourself to remember. Reward them, so give them a shout out, send them a message or a personal note. So if they're doing great in one of your 3 challenges, give a shout out. People love handwritten notes, right, Brian? No. Participant. So after they're a customer, they become a participant in one of your challenge groups. And then after they become a participant, they become an enthusiast about the programs, okay, about Shakeology. They start to love it. They start to enjoy it. And then once they're an enthusiast, they become an advocate. And once they're an advocate for the program, what do they make? A coach, okay? They make a great coach once they've gone through all those stages. So how to invite your customers to become coaches. Let's talk about that. Pay attention to who has been active and motivating in your group. Some groups have people that are right there, like right in it, commenting and posting on a regular basis. I happened to sign up Rachel and Eileen right like before they even joined the group, and that's primarily because that was when the 21-day fix was on back order, and that was our way of getting it in early. No, actually, I'm sorry, Eileen, that wasn't her. She signed up as, actually, Eileen is a great example of this. She already had Shakeology, so she joined my challenge group as a customer, didn't even buy Shakeology for me, but I let her into the group because she already had some that she'd gotten from somewhere else. But Rachel and Eileen were in the same group, and they were actually people who, maybe they were in different groups. Anyway, they're both in the 21-day fix. It's all blurring together at this point. But they were both people who stepped up and were commenting on a regular basis, and so I started talking to them about them being a coach. And treat it as an honor to join your team. Don't beg people to coach, because then they don't see it as the value and the opportunity behind it. And because it is an honor, it's an honor to be able to pay it forward and help other people. You're doing them a favor. Okay, they're not doing you a favor. And the energy that you use whenever you invite someone like that may really dictate their roadmap to success or not in this business. If they feel like they're doing you a favor, then they're probably not going to be that successful of a coach. But if you're doing them a favor by presenting the opportunity, they're probably going to put a little bit more into it. Learn 4 keys to better conversations, because you got to be able to conversate well to be able to invite people to be coaches on your team. So why did you think of them? What's in it for them? How can you help overcome barriers? And show them amazing service by knowing them. So this training was by Trina Grey, and if you listen to the National Coach Call last week, it all sounds very familiar because this is her system. So I'm going to just do a little role playing for a second, and I'm going to pretend like Brian was just in one of my challenge groups, because I probably know him best as far as people on this call. He was just in one of my challenge groups, and I want to invite him to be a coach on my team. So I would send him a message that says something like this. Hey, Brian, I'm reaching out to you because you have been doing amazing in my P90X3 challenge, and you've really been motivating people and sharing more than the regular participant shares. Like, I've loved the videos you posted of some of your workouts. They've just been so inspirational, and I really think you can inspire others. And honestly, it would be a great way if you would be interested in becoming a coach on my team. If you've considered that, it would be a great way to not only get your Shakeology paid for, but it would be a great way to help earn some extra income for that extra fun toy motorcycle that I know that you've been eyeballing, that you've been posting about on Facebook. And I know you may say that you don't get out into the public very often, and you may not have a lot of people to invite because you work from home and you home office, but let me tell you what, that's not going to be an issue because the majority of the coaching business is all virtual and online. So as long as you feel comfortable behind a computer and engaging with people virtually, which I know you do, you're going to be amazing at this business. So you see what I did? I just told him why I thought of him, what was in it for him, and I overcame a barrier and showed us that I knowed him by talking about his motorcycles and so on. Okay, anyway, so teach them to add their own personality by duplicating amazing experiences. So all of this information is going to be the amazing experience that you hope for they to duplicate. So these things, my friends, are things that I have not done myself, so these are all ideas for all of us, okay? So give your days a theme. This is meeting in your challenge group. So, you got, oh gosh, this is going to be hard for me here. So think of different themes. You can have Shake It Up Saturday, where they post a picture of them with their favorite Shakeology recipe, or Fun Time Friday, a fun, silly workout. I don't know. But you can theme each of your days. These are some things that I haven't implemented myself. Add a picture of your team. Set your challenge group up ahead of time before everyone is added. This is something Trina was explaining that it's kind of like having a party and people showing up and you not answering the door. Okay, so instead of just like making your challenge group page and then slowly adding people into it and then starting to post stuff, go ahead and have like a welcome video posted right when people arrive in the group. You can do a kickoff call or Zoom, and you can offer to raffle off a prize to people who attend the kickoff call or the Zoom. You can send them personalized messages. You can do mini challenges within your challenge. Okay, my success partner Josh does this within his challenges. So he has a point system, which is pretty detailed. But if people, I think here we go, happy. This is a way you can do challenges within your challenge. So imagine, happy is an acronym that means hydrate, activity, plate, plan, and you. So if you use this, say 5 days a week, this is your mini challenge. Say, okay, on Monday, it's a hydrate, so they need to take a picture of them drinking a glass of water or something. Activity, picture of them out doing doing something active, maybe doing push-ups out on the park. Plate, a picture of a meal that they ate that day. Plan, have them post what their workout plan is over the weekend, or what their plan is to stay successful, or their plan for their cheat meals, whatever that is for you. And then maybe just a selfie with them with their Shakeology as far as you. So with my success partner Josh, if people do this every day, like they get a point for every day they do it, and then at the end of the week, the person with the most points gets their name put in the drawing. And every week, a person's name gets put in, a person's name gets put in, a person's name gets in. So if someone wins multiple times, they get their name in a lot. And then at the end of the challenge, he pulls the name and they win a prize. So it's usually something Beachbody, or sometimes it's just like a Starbucks gift card. You can be simple with it. So create a sense of team from the welcome. Find a success partner. So I highly encourage all of us as coaches to have a success partner. If you participate in any of our team trainings, you get given a success partner. So why not give your challengers a success partner for the week? Have someone that they check in with. Just a thought. I'm not doing it, but it's a good idea. Invite them to help. Okay, so those people who are stepping up, invite them to help run a challenge. So the first challenge group, they don't have to do on their own. okay? Tell them, my next group, I'm gonna do another PIO training, or like, so for example, Rachel did 21 Day Fix, I guess it was 2 times ago, and this last round that I did, she was a coach in the challenge with me, and she had a challenger that was in the group. I was running the group, but she was in it, and she had a coach in it, so she didn't have to do it on, or she had a customer in it, so she didn't have to do it by herself the first time. Welcome your coaches with wow. That's like the whole new picture thing. You know, I hadn't always done a picture whenever a new coach joined the team, but I'm doing it now because it makes people feel good, and it also lets their friends and family know that they've done something new, like becoming a coach, without them having to go out and make it public themselves. So, for example, when Eileen just joined the team recently, she was actually my first picture welcome, and she had a lot of people comment and like and so on right after that was done, and so that was her becoming a coach, and she didn't have to blast it out to the world. I did it for her. When you post on your coach's wall, make posts that apply to their coaches or even their challengers or their audience. So just think, what are they trying to attract? Who is that coach all about, and what are they looking for in a team? And so whenever you post on their wall, try to speak to their team. Try to speak to their potential audience. Send personally written notes. People like this. So as you start to have someone who's stepping up, don't be afraid to do something a little personal that costs nearly nothing. Celebrate rank advancements and success club points, something we already do. So these are all, and surprise your coaches with wow. So just randomly sometimes, it's nice to just surprise your coaches. So say, for example, all of my personally sponsored coaches who went to Summit ended up getting a $20 gift card from Starbucks for me. The other coaches who were there, not my personally sponsored, got handwritten notes. On a semi-regular basis, there's some sort of incentive that's going on. So it's always nice just to show people that you care about them, whatever that means to you. Next is they become a leader on the team. So encourage your coaches to do their own team call. Once they have multiple people under them, start to encourage them to do that. Have your leaders speak on your calls. So I'm actually quite surprised that none of my personally sponsored coaches who are diamonds or emeralds are on the call tonight, because I was going to surprise them by telling them, which they're going to have to hear from me in another way now, is that I'm going to start reaching out to them. It's actually on my to-do list for tomorrow to see what they would be willing to talk about, because it is my intention, I'm going to do a call next week for you, but it is my intention the week after that to have someone else post, and then someone else post, and someone else post for just a couple weeks, not saying because I want to get out of the gig, but because I want to give you all opportunity to learn to do this sort of thing. So whenever you have a thick enough team, you're ready to do it. Recognize your leaders. People love shout-outs. People love to be recognized. Share your systems with your coaches and encourage them to make their own. Anything and everything I build, I post in the our group. I have not been huge into developing systems, but I'm starting to learn their importance. So as I build new things, I will share them with you. Star Diamonds. Decide to be a leader and let go of duplication. So I know you're probably thinking like, what? I thought this whole business was about duplication. It's the idea of Beachbody gives us our information that we can use to run challenge groups, right? Cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. Same with Coach Basics. They just give us stuff and that we can just use it. So when it means let go of duplication, it means that people signed up with you for a reason, because they want to see you. They don't want to hear Beachbody jargon all the time. So once you get really, really comfortable and you start to grow as a diamond and potentially star diamond, you want to stop using all of that spoon-fed information from Beachbody. Not saying that you can't use it as a resource, but not be your voice. So meaning right now, currently, what I'm working towards is I'm making all of my challenge groups all on video. Now, it takes a lot of work, so I'm doing it one at a time, but I've done 21-day fix. I'm working on PIO right now as I run my first PIO challenge. And after I have PIO done, then I'll start working on the next step. But, you know, it's the same idea of Amanda has developed our 10-day training because she decided she didn't think the 60-day New Coach Basics was working. So she stopped duplicating that and stepped in as a leader and made her own system. So we'll find out through experimentation of that system if it's going to stick or if we'll change it to something else, but you get the idea. Help your coaches find their niche. I honestly think that this is something that we can do earlier than Star Diamond. This is what Trina Grey suggested. For any of you who are taking advantage of the 30-minute time slot that I offered on Wednesdays, that's something that we discuss. I really think that we all are individuals, period. And so there are a lot of Beachbody coaches out there. So you need to figure out a way to decipher you from everybody else. And it doesn't have to be fitness-oriented. Like, say, for example, Susie, I think it's Dryborn, but Susie, who is a Rockstar presenter, she's amazing with money. She's great with finances. So that's something she specializes in. If you're a coach on her team, you'll get information about how to manage your money, how to be financially free, that kind of stuff. You know, my niche is I'm all about yoga and personal development and helping people find inner peace. That's what people come to me for. People also come to me for because they're looking, maybe they're looking to not take life quite so seriously and looking to have a little bit more fun. Those are things that I promote. Now, and everybody's different, so we need to find out what your niche is. What makes you different? And as a Star Diamond, you need to get connected with your coaches' coaches. So right now, the only one, I mean, Rachel and Eileen are my coaches on here, but the rest of you are not. So you have to take the time to start digging deep into your organization, A, because it lets people know they care, B, you're stepping up as a leader, but also C, every one of you that are on this call right now, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or sound greedy or anything like that, but I get paid off of what all of you do. I get paid for 3 levels down as far as my opportunity for elite points. So obviously it's just as important to me that that Brian or Eric or Tina hit Success Club, even though they're not my personally sponsored coaches, because for 3 layers down of people who hit Success Club, I'm getting paid for them. So say if, for example, if Eric's coach or if Tina's coach is not giving you the training that you need, it's important for me that you hit Success Club. And so I want to have a connection with you. So if you're not getting what you need there, you feel comfortable sideswiping and saying, hey, Aubrey, can I have your help? Definitely, you can have my help, okay? And that's what's different about a Star Diamond versus some other people, is I'm really looking to go deeper into my organization, okay? But it's never too late to start that mindset. Superstar Diamonds, this is as far as we're going, friends, is dig deep into your personal development with your coaches. This is the main theme that seems to be going on as I've been studying and learning more from our company leaders as I hit Star Diamond, was that everybody has said that the only main thing that changed in their business when when they went from Star Diamond to Multi-Star Diamond and Superstar Diamond. And for those of you who don't know what Superstar Diamond is, that means when you hit 15 Star Diamond, they stop counting. And then you're officially a Superstar Diamond. They're just like, we're not going to count anymore. You're just Superstar. What they all say is that they spend more time in personal development than anything else. I can't remember what coach it was, but he was one of the top coaches, and he was saying that when he was doing P90X, he had his earbuds in, or he had Tony turned all the way down. So it was like when he was up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing his workouts, he wasn't listening to Tony because he had done the workouts enough. He had Tony turned down. He was doing his physical exercises, but he was listening to personal development. Listening to personal development while they were in the car. Listening to personal development while they were doing the dishes. You know, like constantly, always, everything that they were doing that didn't take necessarily their mind to do, constantly filling their head with personal development, and then reading still 10 pages of personal development before they went to bed, you know? So that has been, I think, the main key that I've heard that changes at the end if you want to become a superstar and one of the elite coaches. So that was a lot of information, friends. This all will be up on YouTube as of tomorrow. Know that I totally feel and have the confidence that all of you can achieve that. There's nothing that any of you have that I don't. Nothing. The only thing that I had was I was already a fitness professional when I became it. But honestly, I feel like that's been a detriment to a part of my success because people don't see before and after pictures. Okay? They don't see that transformation. They just, she's always been skinny. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Not true. You know, not true. But it takes me getting to know somebody and spending some time with them for them to know that I used to be 50 pounds heavier. I just don't have pictures of me when I was fat because there wasn't digital cameras and I hid behind people, okay? I didn't like my picture to be taken, it's true. But I love you all. I know it's Eric's bedtime. So it's past his bedtime. So I'm going to end it right now with my Yogi Tea quote of the night. So perfect. Appreciate yourself and honor your soul. Pretty simple. But I hope you all do that. I hope you all appreciate yourself and honor your soul. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you for taking time away from your family and taking sleep away from yourself for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.